We're getting an update from Yakima Police investigating a gang shooting that left one person dead. This as new numbers from the FBI show that violent crime nationwide is trending downward. Plus, we'll take you to the College Place School District where police department staffing means a program in local schools is returning.
And we've been tracking showers today. Those will start to dry up. Look for pretty mild weather this week and warmer temperatures. It's all coming up in your first alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Thanks for joining us a little bit early this afternoon. I'm Alyssa Warner. Now this evening, a local cheer gym is holding a candlelight vigil in honor of two women who died in a crash just outside of Pasco on Sunday. 50-year-old Angela Hart and 18-year-old Aspen Hart were in a vehicle driving west on Crestlock Road in Franklin County Sunday afternoon. Authorities say Angela was at the wheel and started to cross State Route 395 without stopping at the stop sign there. Now, a Dodge Ram pickup was going northbound on State Route 395 and hit Hart's car on the driver's side. Both vehicles ended up in the median. Both Angela and Aspen Hart died at the scene. The two people in the pickup were hurt as well. They were taken to the hospital. A vigil in honor of Angela and Aspen is scheduled for 7 tonight at Firehouse Elite in Richland. The cheer gym says they will welcome anyone who would like to remember the two women along with past and present athletes. We've now learned that a Kennewick man was injured by an encounter with barbed wire at the scene of a crash on I-90 this morning. Washington State Patrol says the 33-year-old was outside his vehicle after a crash near Cle Elum early this morning when a semi-truck driver hit a patrol vehicle and the man's car. Now, while he wasn't hurt by the second crash directly, he dodged the semi and ran into barbed wire. The 33-year-old Kennewick man, the semi driver, and a person who was inside the patrol car were all taken to hospitals. And we were seeing some kind of shiny roads out there, which usually indicates they're getting a little bit of rain up near Cle Elum and towards the pass. Stacey Lee's been tracking that rain for us all day in your first alert forecast.
That's right. We've been seeing those showers on and off, pretty light in the Columbia Basin, a little heavier, of course, towards the Cascades and the Blues this afternoon. Legends Casino Skycam, look at that. Again, that layer of clouds, but again, it's a little sunshine there in the background. 64 degrees, our humidity at 65%. Our winds are light at 8. So we'll continue to see these showers decrease. Here's that Pacific moisture moving in, trough of low pressure, pushing that through the area. Again, the majority of the showers were in the Cascades, and then the rest of that will move off tonight to the east. So planning your evening out, again, a little bit overcast and cloudy tonight, but those skies will start to clear overnight. Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, again, cloudy, but we'll see clearer skies as we move through the evening. Now in Walla Walla, it's going to take a little bit longer for those showers to dry up, but they're on their way out as well. So clearing overnight, we're going to see mild weather all week, above average temperatures this week, and a big cool down coming Sunday and Monday of next week. I'll get to all of that and your first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. You might see more Wapato police patrolling around bus stops in the next few days. Police say a group of students told them a man with a gun got out of a car this morning and demanded that they hand over what the police called items, including their shoes, while they were waiting for the bus. The students said the man got back in the car and left when their school bus arrived. But if you know anything about what happened, you can call Wapato Police or the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Meanwhile, the Yakima Police Department is investigating a shooting on Sunday afternoon that left a 26-year-old man dead. Police say they believe the man was near an intersection in the 1400 block of Roosevelt Avenue when another gang member arrived in a black four-door sedan. They say someone got out of the car, had a verbal fight with the victim, then that escalated into a physical fight. Police say that person pulled out a gun and shot the victim before taking off. Multiple people called 911 to report those gunshots. Arriving officers found the victim with gunshot wounds. Police say they attempted to save the man's life, but he died on scene.
We were able to confirm that it appeared to be a rival gang that arrived in the area based on witness accounts and evidence that was located at the scene.
Now, police say so far no suspect has been identified, but they are asking anyone with information or video of the incident to call Detective Matt Lee. The number is there on your screen. It's 509-575-3042. New numbers from the FBI show that violent crime decreased across the United States last year to about what we were seeing before the pandemic. According to the FBI's count, based on information from law enforcement agencies all across the country, violent crime, which includes things like murder and rape, dropped 1.7% last year. But property crimes, which includes vehicle theft, jumped more than 7% overall, and the FBI says carjackings were up more than 8% in 2022 compared to the year before. Most of them also involved a criminal with a weapon. Now, the caveat here is that those numbers could have jumped just because the FBI got numbers in 2022 from big cities like New York and LA that they didn't have in 2021 because of changes to the way that crimes were reported. At the same time, that could make it even more encouraging that violent crime dropped in 2022, even with more cities sending in their numbers. Now, last year, College Place Public Schools were down a key piece to their safety program. That would be the school resource officer. The SRO maintains safety and security through prevention, patrol, and intervention. Well, College Place School Resource Officer Andrew Shield says there were some staffing issues last year at the police department that left the agency shorthanded. He explains that the SRO position is a job that really needs to be devoted to the school, and that wasn't able to fully take place last year.
Half and half. I was interviewed to be the SRO, got the job, and then we just kind of had some staffing issues. So it got pulled for last year, but I did my best to, since Officer Langlois, he kind of introduced me to a lot of the kids, and I wanted to keep those relationships going. That way not a whole year went by. So I would come into the school, visit during lunches, visit during the day a little bit as much as I could while I was on patrol.
Now, during the full school year, there was no assigned school resource officer in College Place, but Shield says he still made time to visit when he could. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we're going to hear more from Officer Shield and Superintendent Fry with the College Place Public Schools. Now, again, we also got to sit down with the College Place Schools District Superintendent, who says he's focused on getting students back to normal in more ways than one after the pandemic.
And so a lot of work is going into, increasing our academic rigor. There was the COVID pandemic, and then there was just the right after the impacts, right? So a big part is pushing kids academically to be resilient, to persevere, and to achieve grade level standards. And we have a lot of kids with learning loss. So accelerating that learning, getting them the resources they need. So
we'll hear more from Superintendent Jim Fry about how he's working to make those changes coming up tonight after Monday Night Football. You can also find the extended story on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Cadillac Regional Medical Center just got a special designation. It's now considered a heart-safe campus. Richland Fire and Emergency Services officially gave Cadillac that recognition with a ceremony this morning. Being a heart-safe campus means that 90% of the people at Cadillac who are not clinical staff are now trained to administer hands-only CPR. And they told us getting to that level of training has taken years.
Studies have shown that one of the most important links to cardiac arrest survival is bystander CPR prior to the arrival of EMS and fire personnel. For every minute that no CPR is performed prior to EMS arrival, the chances of surviving decrease by 10%. Safe campus.
Now, if that sounds like training that you'd be interested in, Richland Fire and Emergency Services does offer free classes for groups, businesses, churches, and even HOAs. A new update in the search for answers about long COVID. That's what they call it when people have lingering COVID-19 symptoms for weeks or even months after they've recovered from the virus itself. Well, so far there's no test to diagnose long COVID, there's no official treatment, and doctors have struggled to figure out what might be causing this very wide range of problems. Well, now researchers at the University of Pennsylvania say they've seen serotonin reduction in people with long COVID. You might have heard of serotonin as something that makes you happy, but it has a much wider impact than that. Serotonin is one of the chemicals that helps your brain and your nerve cells communicate. Because of that, not having enough of it impacts everything from your memory to your sleep, even how fast a paper cut heals. So the researchers say looking at serotonin levels could help diagnose long COVID and could also offer some possible treatments, since we already have medications to treat depression that could potentially help with long COVID recovery as well. At a follow-up tonight, the Supreme Court has once again ruled in favor of the Biden administration's restrictions on ghost guns. The ATF is requiring gun sellers to treat gun-building kits just like regular firearms when it comes to keeping records. Now, that rule is being challenged in federal court, but the Supreme Court's decision today means that the rule will continue being enforced while that legal process plays out. The United States government is now nearing 2 weeks without a speaker leading the House of Representatives. Republicans have selected Ohio Representative Jim Jordan as their candidate, But he has to drum up enough support to get at least 217 votes. That would require nearly unanimous approval within his own party. We are expecting a vote tomorrow at noon Eastern. That's about 9 o'clock our time. We'll be tracking that for you. Now, until a new speaker is elected, Congress is at a standstill, and that could have an impact on federal firefighters' paychecks. We're talking about that next, plus a pretty soggy start to the week. But Stacey Lee is tracking changes on the way, including another warm-up in your First Alert forecast. And still ahead tonight, we're talking about what's driving a shortage of truck drivers nationwide, how that could be impacting the prices that you pay in the store.
Monster Tacos are back at Jack in the Box, along with new spicy Angry Monster Tacos. Come and get 'em. We dare.
We dare you. Get 2 for just $3.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your Halloween headquarters.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
If you've been considering updating your kitchen or bath countertops, be sure to attend the Costless Carpet Annual Slab Sale. This Saturday, Costless Carpet designers and fabricators will be on site. Every in-stock slab is on sale, with select slabs marked down up to 50%. Choose from a huge selection of quartz, marble, and granite slabs. Fabricators will only be on site this Saturday from 9 to 5. So write in your plans and drawings for instant savings. Find your nearest Costless Carpet at costlesscarpet.com.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4 cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
How do you take 2 100% all-white meat chicken strips on a brioche bun loaded with fries and bacon bits and make it even better? By adding 3 delicious sauces to it. Just call me the boss of sauce. Try my chicken sauced and loaded Sandos today.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Rite Aid has filed for bankruptcy, but don't expect the doors to close just yet. This is mainly a financial move that impacts Rite Aid at the corporate level. Pharmacies will still be able to fill prescriptions. We could see underperforming locations close in the months to come. Rite Aid says if or when that happens, they'll work to transfer those employees to other stores. We're now 1 month into the United Auto Workers strike against the big 3 automakers, GM, Ford, and Stellantis, with no sign of an end point. Last week, the UAW abruptly escalated the strike, with workers walking out of Ford's most profitable plant. Now, Ford executives responded saying they simply can't offer any more in the hopes of getting a contract. The union is calling for 40% pay increases, among other demands. Ford is offering 23%. And this morning, Bill Ford, Henry Ford's great-grandson, and now the company's executive chairman, made a plea directly to union workers.
This should not be Ford versus the UAW. It should be Ford and the UAW versus Toyota, Honda, Tesla, and all the Chinese companies that want to enter our home market. Toyota, Honda, Tesla, and the others are loving this strike because they know the longer it goes on, the better it is for them.
Now, Ford says it can't offer workers more money without putting future investments and profits at risk. So far, no response from UAW. Thousands of federal firefighters could face a drastic pay cut in the coming weeks, and there's fear that that could lead to many walking off the job. So last year, federal wildland firefighters received a temporary pay bump of either $20,000 a year or 50% of their base salary, whichever was lower. Now that temporary supplement is estimated to run out around the beginning of next month unless Congress makes the pay raise permanent. Now, lawmakers have introduced a proposal with support from both parties that would make the pay raises permanent, but that legislation is currently stalled in the House, which is not doing anything until lawmakers elect a speaker. The National Federation of Federal Employees has estimated that 30 to 40% of the federal firefighting workforce could resign if their pay increase comes to an end. Now, this comes as a new congressional report estimates that wildfires could be costing the U.S. economy almost $900 billion per year. The Joint Economic Committee looked at things like the initial damage caused by fires, how wildfires damage nearby watersheds, people getting sick or dying young because of exposure to wildfire smoke, and the loss of income related to a fire, and how wildfires impact real estate value. That report estimates real estate specifically has lost anywhere from $67 billion to $337 billion every year because of wildfires.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. Again, most of those showers have now moved off to the east. We're still seeing a little activity here in Walla Walla, Now those showers moving on up. And again, we'll continue to see the heavier portion of the showers following in the Cascades. They could get anywhere up to an inch of rain from this system, whereas down below here, we're going to get a tenth to maybe a quarter of an inch. Here's our Legends Casino Skycam tonight. Again, 64 degrees. We're starting to see a little bit of sun breaks out there. Our winds are light at 8 miles per hour. Our sunset tonight at 6:08. Here's our radar and satellite combined. And again, there's that system coming across with another band of showers, mainly on the west side. And again, but for our area, most of that's going to be drying up. Here's tomorrow. There is that system that's just starting tonight. And again, mainly you could see to the north of Seattle and then moving to the east. So maybe some rain north of Spokane, but most of it staying dry and out of our region for the night. Here's our future cast as we look ahead to see when those showers will move out. Here's 5 o'clock tonight, Walla Walla. Those showers start to get a little further out into the blues and beyond. Around 7 o'clock tonight, we have a westerly flow of winds that continue. Getting into our day tomorrow, a few clouds to start, tonight, a few clouds surrounding the area. As the night moves on, though, you'll see clearing skies, little overcast in some areas tomorrow morning, but then we'll start to see those clouds part, and we'll see nice clear skies by the time we get to Wednesday morning. So a beautiful day, and those temperatures are going to be on the warm side as well, as we're going to be running above average. So if you remember, we've been at average or below this week. Check out these temperatures. We start reaching above 70s, 65, 74 degrees, so about 9 degrees above average there in Yakima. Taking a look in the Tri-Cities, again, 66, our average will be in the 70s here as well. So a few degrees again above the average, at least through the first part of next week. Let's talk about those breezy to gusty winds. We've been seeing those today, more so down the Hanford Reach in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Winds decreasing as we get overnight down the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, picking up in the Columbia Basin. We'll see some breezy winds tomorrow here in the foothills of the Blues in the Columbia Basin, but as the day moves on, those winds will be pretty light for us throughout the entire region. On Wednesday, we start off with barely a whisper of wind there, picking up just slightly in the afternoon. So not a bad looking forecast tonight. 30s and 40s through the area. Look for temperatures in Walla Walla tonight at 48, 45 Tri-Cities, 40 in Yakima, 38 in Ellensburg. Let's see tomorrow, Toppenish, Yakima, Cle Elum. There you go, 50s and 60s through the Yakima, Kittitas Valley. Columbia Basin, temperatures in the mid 60s to the upper 60s, just under 70 degrees, not bad. And tomorrow, again, mostly clear skies in the foothills of the Blues with temperatures there in the mid 60s. Planning your day tomorrow, again, a little chilly out the door. Grab your coat, but warming up to the mid 60s in Yakima in the afternoon. Out the door in Tri-Cities, 45. So again, it was chilly like it was this morning. We'll see temperatures close to 70 as you get to 4 o'clock. And in Walla Walla, out the door, 49 degrees. So you'll want to grab that coat. Temperatures warming to the mid 60s, down back to the 50s by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So not a bad looking forecast. We're going to see more sunshine, and again, those warmer temperatures headed our way this week. I'll get to your 7-day planning forecast coming right up. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, help wanted, specifically more than 1 million truck drivers. We're talking about some of the benefits that advocates are hoping will entice more people to take the wheel next. And we're bringing you the news early this evening because of Monday Night Football. Tonight, the Dallas Cowboys take on the LA Chargers at SoFi Stadium. The pregame show starts at 5. We'll have more local news for you after the game, typically around 8:15.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Even good drivers get hurt in accidents. If you've been injured in an accident, find out what your rights are. Call Alan Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546. Cases handled on a percentage basis. No charge for initial consultation. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
In selecting a qualified attorney to help you on your injury claim, remember you have the final choice out of many who are now advertising. So consider the attorney's length of experience, reputation for having satisfied clients, and competence of his or her team.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Well, check this out. Virginia Tech has been testing self-driving vehicles on interstate express lanes near Washington, D.C. And we have the technology for cars to drive themselves. They understand road markings. Now researchers are working on figuring out how to teach the cars to do things like manage work zones. There's a lot of those in the D.C. area. What happens if another vehicle breaks down in front of a driverless car? And what happens if the car gets pulled over? Now, the American Trucking Association estimates they'll need to hire nearly 1.2 million drivers over the next 10 years to keep up with current demand. Now, the need for new drivers is particularly high in an agricultural area like Yakima County. Eligibility requirements are minimal, and a full-time training program is 4 weeks long, costs less than $4,000, while graduates get paid anywhere from $40,000 to $65,000 a year to start. But it's not a job for everyone.
It's not a 40-hour-a-week job. It's on average, it's anywhere from 50 to 70 hours a week that you work. So they definitely earn what they get.
Now, federal lawmakers have reintroduced a bill that might help with the truck driver shortage by giving new and existing drivers thousands of dollars in tax credits over the next 2 years. We'll let you know if that advances. And in the meantime, we're going to have a final look at your forecast when we come back.
It's fall in Northeast Washington. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday.
We take my food seriously around here, like my chicken sauced and loaded Sandos. 2 chicken strips on a brioche bun, loaded with fries, bacon bits, and 3 sauces. As you can see, our saucers and loaders are the best in the biz. Try them today.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Early detection is key to beating breast cancer. Check yourself regularly and get a mammogram at least once a year. There's more at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Prosser Memorial Health, now scheduling mammograms with your health and safety in mind. This is how we care.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Hi, Mo. I need your help. My humans were run off the road by a car that drove off. What should we do? The law says you have 72 hours to report it to law enforcement to make a claim on their insurance, so have them go do a police report? Thanks, Mo. You're the best, hun. I'll give Brumback and Autumn a call. That way, I can come see you.
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Time.
Watch me. Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
How do you take 2 100% all-white meat chicken strips on a brioche bun loaded with fries and bacon bits and make it even better? By adding 3 delicious sauces to it. Just call me the boss of sauce. Try my chicken sauced and loaded Sandos today.
Welcome back. We're talking about your forecast, and Stacey, it was definitely feeling like fall when I took my walk this morning.
Right, it was on the cool side, but the good news is we're going to see warmer temperatures this week. Look at that. It's going to be pretty mild all week long with those temperatures warming above average, so not a bad looking week, but we get a big drastic change beginning Sunday night into Monday. Those overnight lows drop and those temperatures drop substantially first part of next week, so I say soak in this week as much as possible. Again, those 70s with sunny skies, nice and mild right on through Friday. We'll see increasing clouds into the weekend, and again much cooler temperatures right after we get through this weekend. And in Walla Walla, looking nice there. Look at 75 degrees on Friday.
Doesn't get much better than that. Sunny and 75,
right? I'll take it.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn things over to ABC for Monday Night Football, but we will be back with more local news after the game tonight. And of course, you can always find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.